Guys, this is Daily Wish here. Thank you so much for coming back on my channel, and I hope you guys are doing awesome. Alright, so before we talk about techniques or results, there's this one shift in understanding that completely changes how manifestation works for you. The thing is, many people believe they are doing everything right. They are visualizing, they are affirming the affirmations at the right time, they are imagining everything that they want to have in their desired reality at the night time on daily basis. Yet, somewhere inside, it feels like they're still waiting for life to finally confirm it. It feels as if the desire exists, but only somewhere ahead in time. They are still waiting for their desire. They are not living in the moment as if their desire is already theirs, but they are waiting for it to happen. So the thought becomes, I have imagined it, I have felt it, now I just need the reality to show it. But honestly, that sounds logical, yes, but this is exactly where the misunderstanding begins and where people unknowingly move away from Neville Goddard's actual teaching. Manifestation was never meant to be in the sequence of thinking, feeling, waiting, and then receiving. Yes, sure, from the outside it may appear like steps, but internally it is one single movement, which is becoming the person for whom the desire is already complete. There's a saying by Neville Goddard, feeling is the secret. He has even written the book, Feeling is the Secret. And he wasn't speaking about the intense emotion or forced excitement in it. He was referring to that relaxed feeling that comes when you no longer feel the need to worry because it is already finished. When that inner knowing, that feeling of wish fulfillment settles within your inner reality, it starts reflecting in the outer world as well. It's like sending an important email after double checking everything. Once you hit that send button, you don't keep rewriting it in your mind. You know it is done. You know it's been sent. That feeling of completion is what manifestation is really pointing towards. So yes, today we are going to discuss the real deep meaning of living in the end. What it exactly means. Okay, so what happens is we'll be discussing every point in a detailed manner, so kindly watch the video until the very end. So the first thing that you need to understand here is that manifestation is not about waiting for your desire anymore. It is a shift that you need to feel within yourself. But what's happening with most of the people? People often imagine manifestation as sending wishes outward and they are waiting for the universe to respond. But Neville's teaching points in the opposite direction. The outer world rearranges only after the inner state changes. So when you repeatedly imagine from the end and not wishing for it, but experiencing it as it is a done deal, it is finished, your reactions, your expectations, and your emotional responses start to transform. Because even though we already know the concept of manifestation, we already know Neville Goddard's teaching, still we are making the same mistake. Many people are still repeating the techniques again and again, days after days, and still keep getting the same results. And honestly, it's not because they are doing it wrong. It's because the inner picture never actually changed. You can imagine new scenes, you can say new affirmations, you can visualize like maybe 2 hours a day, on a regular basis. But if deep down you still see yourself as the same version of you, life will keep on reacting and reflecting the same identity back in the 3D reality. This is how law works. And that is why Neville said the outer world is a reflection of the inner man in awakened imagination. So please understand that manifestation is not about convincing life to change and convincing 3D to change. It is about replacing that inner image that you are carrying within yourself. It is about changing your inner self concept. Right? When that image changes, people around you, circumstances, and all the bridge of incidents, all kind of events, opportunity, they all begin rearranging almost naturally and in a most organic way. Not because you forced anything, but because your response to 3D has shifted. Are you understanding this point now? Okay. Secondly, the biggest misunderstanding here is we are still in the waiting mode. The very common question that I get while conducting my short session is, how do I stop waiting for my manifestation? And here is the honest answer. You stop waiting the moment fulfillment feels internal instead of future. I repeat, you stop waiting the moment fulfillment feels internal instead of upcoming future. Okay, think about ordering something online. After placing the order, you don't emotionally suffer after every hour wondering if this order still exists or not. Am I right or wrong? You continue your day because mentally, your order is already placed. It is a done deal. You are not thinking about it anymore. You are not waiting for it every second. You are in the relaxation mode. You are living in the state of wish fulfillment that yes, your order has been placed. Yes, you know that article or that item is already yours. The delivery is just logistic. You know this thing, right? And that's why even Neville Goddard has explained in the book Power of Awareness, assume the feeling of wish fulfilled and leave it alone. Simply, he has said the same thing. Waiting only happens when you believe reality must prove something to you first. But in Neville's work, imagination is acceptance. Imagination is everything. It is the place where you have accepted your desire as to be yours. You have claimed your desire. It is not the rehearsal time. It is not the rehearsal place. It is the place of acceptance. Right? The third thing is, you need to check with yourself. Are you in the waiting mode or are you in the living in the end mode? Let me give you an example, especially the SP one. Okay, and let's make it more real, very real. So a person who is trying to manifest their SP, if they are, in that waiting mode, someone who is waiting for a specific person constantly checks their phone, constantly check the 3D world. They analyze messages. They notice the silence period. They replay their conversation in their head and they secretly think, when will this finally happen? Because even though I am playing all the conversation, the positive notes and the affirmations and the subliminal and whatnot in my mind, in my 3D reality, my SP is still with somebody else. In my 3D reality, my SP is still ignoring me. That's where I'm thinking this question again, when will this finally happen to me? Their imagination becomes a place they visit and then they leave. They're just enjoying that part for a just little while and then just, they are back into the 3D world. But someone living in the end, how will they look at the 3D reality? Someone living in the end looks externally the same. They go to work, they talk to their friends, they enjoy their life, they live normally. Yet in their internal reality, the relationship with their SP is already established. Their emotional center is different. They are not believing what they are seeing. They are just believing what their heart is telling them. They are just believing their end scene. They are just feeling that end scene again and again and living that moment as if it is happening right now to them. Neville wrote, to assume a state is to enter it. That is from the book Your Faith is Your Fortune. The difference is not the behavior, it is the identity which you are feeling internally. It is the belief that you are carrying in that identity. You are only lonely when your awareness depends on current circumstances, which is your 3D. When fulfillment is accepted inwardly, daily life stops feeling like this is a waiting room. Are you getting my point? Okay. Now the next point here is, does this mean, living in the end, does this mean that I have to daydream my desire all day long? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? The difference between daydreaming and real imagination. Let's understand that. Because this is extremely important. Daydreaming thinks about the desire. I repeat, daydreaming thinks about the desire. Okay, whereas imagination thinks from the desire. So instead of imagining getting into the relationship, you imagine what naturally happens after it is already normal. Something which is casual, something which is very organic. Maybe you are sharing something funny at the end of the day, or casually you are talking, with each other. You are having a pleasant conversation while having a sip of tea, that too without any effort, right? This is what you are supposed to be imagining, because this is where you are living in the relationship as a committed boyfriend or as a committed girlfriend, right? You are not waiting for it to happen. You are living in that moment. You are living that phase where you are being loved by your SP. Okay, Neville advised focusing on the scene that imply completion because the subconscious accepts ending faster than wishes. He said an assumption persisted in will harden into fact, which is from the law and the promise. What does this mean? It simply means whatever you are assuming, if you are repeating it over and over again, it is going to be a fact one day. Okay, so what we are supposed to be repeating, we are not going to repeat I'm still in the waiting mode, I want to enter into a relationship where my SP is mine. No, I am already in that relationship, my SP already loves me, I am being so happy in this relationship and my SP worships me like anything. This is what I'm going to repeat over and over again. Okay, because 3D is what? 3D is a delayed reflection of your past thoughts. So today, if I plant this seed where I know my desire of being into this beautiful, fulfilling relationship is already fulfilled, it is bound to get reflected back in the 3D. How and when is not my job. Again telling you, how and when is not the job of a creator. My job is to accept the end. My job is to be in the state of wish fulfillment as if it is happening to me right now. All right. Okay, now let me address this very important point. While manifesting any desire of yours, most of the people are still asking, then why time feels so long? There comes the role of naturalness. People worry about time constantly, but time in manifestation is just an illusion. It is a man-made thing. In manifestation, with your closed eyes, the second you have visualized your desire as fulfilled, it is already yours. There is no time. There is no time whatsoever. Time is usually just a resistance to feeling natural. When the fulfilled state starts feeling normal, it is not going to make you feel excited. It is not exciting, it is not emotional, it is just obvious. It is just the state of knowing that yes, it is already done. Anything which is natural, which is organic, it is not exciting because there is nothing new to it. And that's why it is normal. That's why it is boring. That's why it is mundane. When you brush your teeth on daily basis, do you feel excited every time you hold your brush? No, right? Why? Because this is a natural thing that you do every morning after getting up. This is very normal to you, right? You stop checking, you stop forcing. Even unchanged circumstances stop bothering you now, because in the inner state, you already know it is already done. This is what Neville has described as, the state is described as answered prayer in the chapter Prayer from the book Art of Believing. Once it starts making you feel natural, your mind stops arguing with the reality. Your logical mind stops arguing with your inner state. All right? Now comes the next point. Does living in the end means pretending that my desire is already mine for 24/7? Is this how I should be carrying forward my manifestation journey? No, this is another misconception. You do not need to live in the end every second of the day. Neville never taught us, constant mental effort. He encouraged short, real moments of imagination. Am I right or wrong? Especially before sleep. That's where you are into that drowsy state of mind where you can, start practicing your sats, right? Where you are fully experiencing your state of wish fulfillment. You are immersing in that moment and, feeling it deeply. The fulfillment of your desire, you are feeling it deeply. You are connecting with your desire, that too at emotional level, while being in that state of wish fulfillment. And then once it's done, now you are living with that confidence that yes, if I have seen it in my mind's eye, I'm bound to get it in the 3D. And then you return to your normal life. You are not waiting, you are not checking it in the 3D, you are just accepting that it is already yours. You imagine, you accept, and then you move on. There is no strain, there is no monitoring, there is no forcing. Okay, because living in the end simply means becoming the version of you for whom this is already true. You have accepted your desire from the bottom of your heart. Okay, so the real shift happens when manifestation stops feeling like a process of getting something in the upcoming time, and it starts feeling like you are recognizing something which is already chosen within you, which is already done, which is already fulfilled. You are not waiting for life to deliver your desire. Instead, once you are living in the end, you are stabilizing and becoming that person who already has it. And once that identity starts making you feel like this is very normal to you, this is very natural to you, the 3D reality doesn't need to be chased anymore by you, because it begins catching up on its own. That's how the law works, Typically, that's how the law works. 3D is bound to reflect back what is dominant inside you. So make your end scene as the dominant thought, dominant feeling, and dominant imagination, and the 3D is bound to give you that. Alright, so yeah, that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. In case if you did, do not forget to give it a big fat thumbs up. I hope you have enjoyed today's video, and in case if you did, do not forget to give it a big fat thumbs up. Also, if you are new to my channel, kindly consider subscribing, and if you want, you can follow me on Instagram as well. My Instagram handle is My Daily Wish, where I keep on posting daily content on manifestation and lots of success stories coming from my client, which will help you stay motivated. And if you feel stuck in your manifestation journey and need more guidance, then you can contact me on the given number. I do offer services like one-to-one coaching, short sessions, subliminal manifestation script, manifestation workbook. So yeah, just contact me on the given number, and I'm there to help you out with all the other details. So yeah, that's it for today. Now I'll be meeting you very soon in the next video. Until then, please do take care of yourself and happy manifesting.